Hey, day 50. I made it 50 days of hey, what are you doing today? It's June, and it's kind of gotten cold again, and I had to bring the jacket back out. And but anyway, let's go over 50 days of this little adventure. I'm not having a great day today. I'm trying to change my perspective, my attitude around, but you might sense in this video that I'm not having a whole lot of positive energy right now. It's interesting. I guess I'll start with that, is just to see how much my job affects me and my mental outlook, my just my overall well-being. Is it worth it? Absolutely not. I mean, it's so crazy to be to really feel cornered and trapped in this life, in this world. So I'm really giving it everything I can to try to get out of this situation. There's no sense in having something have so much control over me. I mean, it's eating up all my time. It's just to give you an idea, I just came off a month that was a pretty good month, pretty strong month. Made good money. Had a very, very successful month. Not as successful as I had hoped for or asked the Ether for, but again, some of that's my fault. But I came into this month, and it's the third day, and I'm kind of in a slump, and I can kind of feel that. Not a whole lot of activity, not a whole lot of action. I can kind of sense this negative emotions that come out and kind of burrow on me a little bit, burrow in me. But it's just like, it's just, if this isn't, just every ounce of me just wants to escape this feeling, wants to escape this situation. It's just a matter of, figuring out that thing that I can invest in. I can that's really what it is. And keep myself moving. And while I don't have that, I've just got to keep focused on that being the end goal, that being the one thing that I want more than anything, and doing everything I can within my knowledge, within my base of awareness, to try to figure out that thing and try to make that thing happen. So I got to keep coming in. I got to keep driving every day. I've got to keep exploring different avenues, keep my brain working, keep myself focused and on that end goal. Get through these feelings like I'm having today. Try to learn from them. Try to find some way to control them. Try to everything can, for me, everything can be a learning experience. And I've got to learn to better control this situation rather than have this eat at me. How can I change the way it's affecting me? So that's something I've got to figure out, and that's something that hopefully I'll learn along this way, in this year, and have a better control over that. Where things don't affect me, I affect things. That would be a great great thing to learn and be able to have through this. And I think that all these little pieces, all these little things are pieces of things that work towards the greater whole. So I need to find out how to control that, and get myself out from under this. But let's step away from a little bit of the wear and tear items that are going on with me right now, and I want to talk about 50 days, as a marker line. What have I gotten myself? And one thing that's important, I'm a runner again. It's official. I can say I enjoy running. Running is coming easier. It's something that I want to do. It's something that I can do. I'm back to my old speeds that I was at, in my probably young 30s, 32, 33, somewhere around there when I done a couple marathons. But I'm back at that speed, and I'm ready to step beyond that. That's a good thing. I can do distance again, not as not super great distances, but I got 4 miles pretty easy. I hope to have a 10K by the end of this month, so that'll be good. A 10K at a much faster pace, not much faster, but a faster pace than I've run before, so that'll be good. I've changed my diet almost completely. I mean, it's to the point where I don't crave things that I used to crave anymore. I have a pretty good sense of control. I have a pretty good, my intake has changed, and the fruits and vegetables are big. And it's not something I'm forcing myself through. It's something that's just become a part of me. It's after 50 days of doing it, it's starting to seem pretty natural. Also, as I mentioned in a couple of videos, it's changed my palate a little bit. Now I'm kind of searching out very clean flavored foods. I don't like a lot of butter or grease or oils or things. Just that, I just like the flavor of the natural food itself, and an unsalted roasted nut versus a nut that has a bunch of seasoning on it, or just a plain piece of fish with a lemon on it versus a fried fish with a bunch of seasoning on it. It's just very simple and very clean. Let's see, weight. Oh, that was a good one. Last night my girlfriend told me she could see a difference. So after 50 days, and those things, it's a subtle thing where when you live with somebody, you live close with somebody, it's not something that you notice because it's kind of a slow happening thing, but she noticed yesterday, so that's good. I'm down to, oh yeah, let's do that. I'm down to 213. I weighed myself today, so 213. I think, like I said, I think my official count was like 228, but I was up to 238 at one point before I started this. So 213, didn't quite make it to 210, which was my goal for the month, but I'm happy with 213. I got to get to 200 by the end of this month, so that leaves me 13 pounds I have to lose. So I think that's pretty attainable. I am getting into those pounds that really make a difference. I mentioned before, I've noticed that with me, as I lose weight, the first 10 or 15 pounds are pretty easy, and then you get into the nitty gritty of the real weight loss, and those pounds don't come as easy, but they make a big difference, a big visual difference, a big feeling, a difference in how a person feels. So these are going to be good pounds by the end of this month to have lost. Income, I made $10,000 last month, which the peculiar thing about that was that was what I was initially going to ask the Ether for. That's something that I believed was attainable. I felt I could do. It was outside of the parameters of what I normally do by a few $1,000s, but I just put it out there, and had some confidence in that. When I stretched and said 15,000, I didn't have much confidence in that. So that might be some bearing on why it didn't work out. I think that I need to learn to listen a little bit better. The Ether's been telling me to work a little bit differently, to do things a little bit differently, things that I don't want to do. I'm fighting it. I know that mentally I want to stay in my comfort zone, what I've been doing for 2 or 3 years to try to make things work, and the Ether's telling me do it this way. And it's tough to listen. I mean, I'll admit it. I admit I'm hearing it. I admit I know what I have to do, and I admit I'm having a hard time making the switch. But if I need to make 15,000, I'm gonna have to make the switch. I'm gonna have to do it, and that's it. And it, it's not gonna hurt anything to try it. It's I'm gonna have to swallow my pride a little bit. I'm gonna have to do things the way a lot of other people do things. I kind of like doing things differently. I kind of like feeling a little different, feeling that my value to something is a little bit different. That I don't have to follow the herd and be a part of that. However, the Ether is telling me to do that, and to just I don't know how to explain it without getting into too much detail, but the Ether is telling me to do something that's against the grain of what I want to do. And if I waste more days, that's what this month is going to turn into. That's me all of a sudden coming to a realization of what's going on with my month so far, with these first 3 days. The Ether's been telling me every day to do it a certain way, so I gotta do it. I don't want to. I don't want to. That's it. I don't want to, but I gotta do it. So maybe I'll come back tomorrow with some good news on that. Maybe by the end of the month, I'll be super psyched about this change that I'm gonna force myself to do. But right now, it's more to swallow the pride, more to not be away from, not to be able to do what I was doing differently and be successful at it. To have to partake in the way things are done normally. I know that doesn't make any sense to anybody that may be watching this video, but it makes sense to me. So I'll see this at some point and be like, I remember that spot, and I remember hearing that voice clear as day inside of me telling me to do something I didn't want to do, and that's part of the journey. I have to do it. So I guess I just kind of came to a little epiphany while I was making this video. But that's some of what these videos are for me. Just make me do things, make me stay focused, make me admit to what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, the positives and negatives, and learn from it. This is a lesson in my life. It's 365 days. It's 1 year of devotion to me, and I said a couple videos back, I can't lie to myself. I mean, I know what's going on. I can fight it and make it a little bit more difficult, but there's no point in that. So anyway, I guess I gotta get on with with doing what the ether wants me to do, and you know what? I'm sure within 2 weeks I'll be completely used to it. So it's just a subtle little change that I've got to do, and to do it one day is going to be hard. If I do it tomorrow, after I do it tomorrow and the next day and the next day, after I've invested a full week into it, it's going to be completely normal. It's going to be completely normal. So I don't know if I got anything more than that. I thought, day 50 I'd be a little bit more pumped, but day 50 is me coming to a realization. So that's it. That's all. Oh man, I'm not looking forward to this one, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, day 50. Hey, what are you doing today? Thanks. So anyway, I was feeling so bummed out because I was being asked to do something I didn't want to do by the ether. And the funny thing was, I went out and I did it and immediately got a response, immediately got a change. Just doing the one thing that I knew I was supposed to do and didn't want to do. And now the funny thing is, I'm kind of excited about the new thing. So, and about being doing things a little bit differently. But anyway, I can't go into the specifics of it, but just funny, just an immediate response, immediate. As soon as I quit the video, I decided I was going to go out and do it. I did it and got immediate response, and just an awesome feeling. So anyway, that's it. Hey, what are you doing today? Day 50.